Hi guys, it's Josh. In today's video, we're going over a Cato digital experience monitoring use case around identifying and resolving slowness using zero trust principles. Right, so let's get started with our old friend Laggy Larry. So Laggy Larry's super excited. He's going to the office. He's gonna meet some coworkers. He's got dreams of teamwork and coffee. He wants to get some productivity done. He wants to meet some people. So he gets in, he grabs his laptop, he plugs in, and everything's running pretty slow. But everyone else seems to be working fine. He restarts, still same thing. So he's starting to wonder what's going on. He's starting to sweat a little bit. How can we help his day get a little bit better? After he opens up a ticket with the help desk, now it's our job to be able to identify what's causing Laggy Larry slowness when he's in the office. All right, so let's go and take a look and see Laggy Larry. So we're looking at the experience monitoring dashboard in the Cato management application. So you can see sites, remote users, and office users. Now that Laggy Larry has come from home and now into the office, he's going to be an office user. So that same user and zero trust principle with the Cato SDP client follows him, whether he's remote or in the office. And that makes it very powerful for us to be able to manage and track user behavior using zero trust. So I can see office users. And so here I have got my two office users, and Laggy Larry is the one I want to take a look at because he's the one that opened the trouble ticket. So here's Laggy Larry. Let's take a deeper look at what's going on. So now I have the same user experience monitoring connection details as I did as a remote user. But notice something different up here. It says Josh's HQ. So now Laggy Larry has gone to the office at Josh's headquarters, and I can still see it's the same laptop. So whether you're remote or you're in an office, you still get the same digital experience monitoring scores and details associated with your transactions. So I can see that his experience overall is good, which means, last mile and applications are good. And that tells the story of what he was hearing from everyone else, that their connections are fine. But notice something down here in device details. Looks like his CPU load's pretty high. Wow, that is really high here. So we're gonna drag over that and just kind of track that. Okay, looks like 100% at one point. So he was really tagging that. So that would cause some frustrations with Laggy Larry. So now let's drive back here and go back to the last hour and then kind of see what was looking at. Looks like it dropped back down. So after he talked to the help desk, things were starting to work a little bit better. So now let's click on the applications just to validate some of the things that we're being connected to. Looks like Laggy Larry's son's up to it again. We got some games that were being accessed. So that may be the story here, pinning that CPU. So, when you see gaming or some of these other applications, those can help give us clues as to what's driving that CPU on that local machine without even having touching it. So we can come informed when we go to troubleshoot an issue. So to take it a step further here, we actually help Laggy Larry in a preventative way by setting up a rule for Laggy Larry. So anytime Laggy Larry is connecting to anything gaming, we're going to get notified here in the help desk team. So now if he's going to connect to a gaming, we can either block it or monitor it, and then we can help say, hey, looks like that application got installed. It looks like you're accessing that, Laggy Larry. That might drive up your CPU. Just wanted to make you aware of it. So we can be proactive and start to set up alert within Cato to be able to drive the behavior that we want to make sure that he can have a productive day in the office. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. Thanks so much. So in summary, Laggy Larry went to the office. That same Cato SDP client he uses from home can now be used in the office sitting behind a Cato socket. So now we can track the user behavior, the digital experience monitoring scores, whether he's remote or he's sitting in the office behind a Cato socket. Here he's happens to sit behind Josh's HQ. We saw that Laggy Larry's CPU went really high. We were able to identify that. And we just saw that the application and last mile were working well, which goes around the story that he was telling around everyone else is working fine. And then finally, we set up an alert that went to Slack that said, hey, anytime Laggy Larry is accessing some of these gaming applications, let us know. All right, guys, hope this is helpful.